Hello, my name is Professor Zahoor, ex-Dean, Faculty of Fine Arts, Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi. I am going to give a demonstration on how to use oil pastels in landscape painting by imagination. I have already given a demonstration with dry pastel, but now the medium is oil pastel. Oil pastels are totally different from soft pastels. One can smudge and mix soft pastels with our hands, but there are certain restrictions while using oil pastels. You can hardly overlap them, and that too depends upon the quality of the pastels. If the quality of pastels is not good, then it's difficult to overlap them. But if the quality is good, then one can easily overlap them. So try to buy good quality of pastels to bring out a beautiful and nice work. When you buy inferior material, your all efforts are in vain. So try to buy good quality, especially for oil pastels. Oil pastels are of two types, one which has oil in it and the other which has wax. We call them crayons also. Most of the manufacturers can deceive you by misleading wax with oil. So try to buy good quality as good pastels will give you good result. Here I will show you tidbits on white paper and later on an experiment on tinted paper called pastel sheets. Pastel sheets are good to use as they can act as a base color when we use oil pastels. I will show you how to use them. First step is to break two pastel stick into small pieces so that you can use it placing it flat on the sheet or even by its tip. Students are hesitant to spoiling the look of their pistol box and try to keep it safe and neat. But one needs to use it for experimenting and not be scared to finish them off. In winters, oil pistons turn a little hard, so one can cure them by giving them a little heat by keeping in the sun to bring them back to the soft character. Let's start the demonstration by making a landscape in oil pastels. Keep the pastel flat over the paper and scribble it across the surface for a wide spread. One can totally cover the area or let the grainy white base stay visible. There is no need of a palette in mixing oil pastels. One has to mix and create color variations over the drawing paper. One needs to know what color will crop up on overlapping one shade with another. For example, over this yellow base, if I apply blue, then it will turn green. Out here also, I am applying blue over yellow, and blue is totally losing its individuality. One can just see green color cropping up and yellow just peeping through the color gap. One can create numerous gradations by the amount of stress one puts on the pastels. The more the stress or pressure, the more darker tone will be formed and the visibility of grain of paper will decrease. Now apply orange tone and try to see another variation and contrast. One can make it simply abstract or try to depict or explore some forms in the scribbles of colors. Orange is a complementary color of blue. I will use them both together, overlapping, to form a darker tone. Like Janice K. Shaffer says, 90% of my creative process takes place right on the paper, making the original subject only a starting place for the finished painting. One's imagination can do wonders, and one can search for my right shapes in the pictorial structure. The patches can be imagined as foliage of trees, mountains, hedge of plantations, or simply geometrical shapes. Another tone going to be added in the abstraction is purple. Till now, it is darkest tone in the artwork. The dark dots help in exploring the internal structure of shadows. The darkest tone mapped out on the spread of yellow turned green by blue overlapping. The scribbles keep on dividing the areas by tonal variations and pouring out ways for road and water in the abstract foliage of trees. Each type of surface demands different treatment of dealing with the medium and the technique being used. The vision includes images, moods, feelings, and colors. With layer by layer of optical and mental blending, the artist keeps one applying colors in the painting to bring out or explore new shapes, but with enough to spontaneity to keep the strokes free, retaining the rhythm and yet experimental in nature. The mind urges to transform the things visible in one's own colors and develop a personal style. The possibilities of explorations and depicting are endless. With application of purple patches on light blue area, which depicted water, I am trying to create reflections. The yellow ochre is being added to convert the white surface to road. It totally depends on the artist where he wants to hide the grain and where he wants to blend the shades to produce a smooth gradient. Every artist can use a medium in his own way and mold it as per his imagination and spirits. In oil pastels, one can use is graffito too, which means scraping off the outer layer of colors to expose the color underneath. With this technique, one can create more tones and also remove excessive or unwanted color from the particular area. One can draw forms like heart, trees, branches, path with a pointed tool, whether it's a nib or a blade. It can create linear texture in the dark color or even pave out a lighter tone. Smoothing out of an area can also make it stand out more against the textural background. The painting may move or away from the exact representation, but the vision, experience, skill, inspiration, ideas, expectations, memory, and imagination all form pictorial association. One can keep on molding and remolding the painting as per the demand of the composition. The experimental characteristic of the medium can easily hook the artist to form his own transitions with the pigment. Stella Reinwald rightly said, unlike in music, we painters have the freedom to layer over the sore notes. We painters have the freedom to layer over the sore notes or crop off the discord by overcoating the dark with light and light with dark. Every time a new look will crop up, the distance needs to be diffused and the foreground needs to be darker though. Darkening of the roof of the scrapped out hut will highlight its dimensions. The shape can become prominent with a few dark lines and shadows. The internal buff structure, texture, and gaps through which the grains of underneath color are peeping through all contribute in bringing out a coherent painterly form. One can reinforce the deepest shadows and reflections and again scrape out a few linear structures. One just needs to educate an eye, catch visual information, and depict in one's own way. The painting should be full of imaginary lines and bring out the unique character of the scene being depicted, whether from real or from imagination. Greens and blues are all cool colors, so red or its tones can create an interest in the painting and add warm effect. Try to apply the depths of pink or red at a few places, then diminish the details by making the background more bold and bringing the subject down to its simplest form with the help of interlocking light and shadows. Every mark of color can act as an element in the abstraction. Automatically, a few opaque patches can make that area stand out in the abstract spread of greenery. Similarly, a few scrapings can etch out shapes in the bold layers and again turn the painting from abstract to concrete. Diffusion and highlights are two important factors in a painting. Without any of them absent, the impact would not be the same. Jeff Koons very aptly expressed, if I try to articulate every little detail in drawing, it would be like missing the forest for the trees. So it's just about getting the outline of the forest. The main motive is to catch the essence in abstraction. Now my instinct again is telling me to add orange color and again scratch it off. An artist's spirit is never contented and his heart always wants to make more and more changes in his work of art. He wants to exploit his imagination to every possible extent and makes use of required elements from his wild imagination to give birth to a masterpiece. Henry Matisse said, I want to reach the stage of condensation of sensations, which constitutes a picture. Perhaps I might be satisfied momentarily with a work finished at one sitting, but I would soon get bored looking at it. Therefore, I prefer to continue working on it so that later I may recognize it as a work of my mind. The painting in front of us is devoid of much details, beautifully built up by interconnecting the bold scribbles of tonal variations and a few subdued forms to create a center of attraction in the painting, which will add a grip to the painting. I have added this dark dry tree with its branches rooting up towards the sky. Scratching, grubbing, smudging all have helped in creating its own unique effects and have told unlimited possibilities in which one can explore the medium and experiment with it. A few lines depicting the branches in the thickness of the foliage help in the forming a connection between different elements till now just placed in their own space. The dark lines have formed a language with the linear design created by scratching of the blade. The whole scene stimulates the imagination and pulls the mind into creating a vision full of excitement, wonder, and pleasure. Claude Monet very beautifully explained how by simply the forms one can still create an illusion of details. He said, when you go out to paint, try to forget what object you have before you, a tree, a house, a field, or whatever. Merely think, there is a little square of blue, here an oblong of pink, here a streak of yellow, and paint it just as it looks to you, the exact color and shape, until it emerges as your own naive impression of the scene before you. To achieve more variations, one needs to practice and experiment. Move the pastel across the paper. Go with the line, go with the movement. The less pressure on pastel will show the grainy quality of the paper, while more pressure can make the marks more bold and opaque. The scribbles in any direction can trigger the spirits of the artist to mold them as per his imagination. One can't follow a uniform pattern of experimentation for all artists. They can look at same thing, use same medium in different ways. Auguste Rodin said, the modes of expression of men of genius differ as much as their soul, and it is impossible to say that in some among them drawing and colors are better than or worse than in others. Now, to break the monotony of purple color, try adding a contrast color and fill in the openings of the white space without overlapping. It can become a play of complementary colors here. The colors placed side by side without any significant shape can form their own notions for an artist's vision. The interest will be created by the knowledge gaps, by each stroke and color guiding the next. Light blue and purple belongs to the same color blue, which is showing one family of color creating a contrast with orange, which belongs to the family of red. It is not necessary that every painting will come out good, but one definitely needs to explore more and more to develop the skills. Senino Senini said, "This is an occupation known as painting, which calls for imagination and skill of hands in order to discover things not seen, hiding themselves under the shadows of natural objects, and to fix them with the hand, presenting to plain sight what doesn't actually exist." Whatever is visible to a spectator through the chaos of tonal variations, scribbles, blend of colors, or lines is not the exact representation. But is just an impression of the image mind is forming, and the experience of dealing with the medium and familiarity with the possible effects which might crop up for being exploited for apt expression or just bringing forward the spirit of playfulness. A few dark lines of purple branching out can indicate tree trunk cropping up in wildness of purple and reds, and scribbles over the branches can imply the foliage. Gradually, again, just the scribbles can be used to bring out landscapic forms, which an artist is aware of. The random strokes can start gaining a meaning. The yellow can brighten the whole scene. The symmetrical unbalanced and awkward character of the trees can be exploited to add playfulness in a monotonous painting. It can automatically gain a three-dimensional effect by various overlapping. The depicted scene becomes charged with imagination, representations, indications, submerged details, and even bold blocks of colors. The feathery characteristic and ripple textures add to the charm of oil pastels. Again, with scratching, one can etch steps into the thickness of pastels to develop personal style. The possibilities to learn, experiment, explore, indicate, and even depict are endless and totally depends on the artists. That to what levels he is ready to take the risk of either spoiling the whole painting or bringing out a unique art piece.